welcome back to my channel, and of course if you are new here, welcome. My name is Erin and this channel is all about helping game-changing female entrepreneurs to build the business and life of their dreams. So in today's video I am going to be talking about something that I was wrong about, and I've actually been avoiding making this video for quite some time, even though it's been something that I've wanted to speak about, because I mean it is a bruise to the ego. It is quite hard having to say that something you've spoken about previously is now no longer relevant or is now incorrect. But I think it's really important to break the stigma around this particular topic so that it will actually help you guys be more proactive in the pursuit of your dreams. So we'll get to that in a second. Also, I did want to share with you a couple of my idols just to put a positive spin on this video so that you guys can follow them and get just as inspired as I do. If you did like this video, then I would very much appreciate it if you gave it a big thumbs up. And of course, if you are new here, then consider subscribing. So the topic that I'm going to be speaking about today is something that currently is huge on the internet. Now, it's not a new phenomenon or anything, but I think as the surge of entrepreneurship is becoming greater each and every single day, it's something that is spoken about a lot more, and a lot of people have differentiating opinions on it. And that is the hustle. So when I first began my coaching journey, so not necessarily my entrepreneurial journey, it wasn't really something I thought about when I first started my first business. But as I've become a coach, it's a term that has been thrown around more and more. And when I first started my coaching business, it was something that I was extremely against. The reason being is that I saw a lot of information out there about people who had basically driven themselves into the ground, and what they were doing was blaming the fact that they had been hustling on the fact that, you know, they now had ill health or anything like that. So my perception of the hustle in the beginning was it was this terrible thing that, you know, if you weren't working 24 hours a day, 7 days a week, neglecting food, neglecting sleep, and neglecting relationships, then you weren't hustling, and if you hustled, you were gonna die, and if you didn't hustle, you weren't gonna have a successful business. So naturally, when that was my perception, I hated it. And I spoke openly against it for a long time. What I've actually come to realize is that the hustle is just like anything. It's just a terminology, it's just an idea, it's just a practice that is beneficial in many ways, yet some take it to the extreme so it gets a bad rap. Hear me out. Exercise. Exercise is obviously a fabulous thing. Why? Because it gets you to your goals. And the more you do it, the quicker you get to your goals. Exercise also has a really bad rap because there are extremists who work out constantly, and obviously the negative side effects are that they get fatigued, they get injury, and they get very ill. I think hustling is the same thing. I think hustle in its purest form, all it is working just as hard as you possibly can to make your dreams a reality. It's that you seeking opportunities, it's that you taking advantage of putting yourself outside your comfort zone, it's that you're actually getting your hands dirty and doing the work. I think now that that's all the hustle is. I don't think it means that you can't have any friends, that you don't have to, you have to sleep only 1 hour a night, and that you should be skipping lunch because if you're eating lunch then you're not working. I just think that's the extremist idea of the hustle, and I think that's why so many people are calling the hustle detrimental to your health. It also led me for a long time to actually not like the message of Gary Vaynerchuk, because obviously he talks about the hustle consistently and that you should be hustling. I don't think that what Gary is saying to people now, I used to, but I don't think what Gary is saying to people now is that, you can't live a life, you can't see your family and things. He takes the weekend off to spend with his children. I think now, and what I've come to realize, is all that the hustle is putting in the best you possibly can and seeking out opportunities and capitalizing on them. It means actually taking that extra effort to call someone and talk about your business, creating that YouTube video even though you're shit scared to do so, reaching out to people on social media and saying, hey, can I guest blog for you? I've got an opinion and I want to talk about it. All I think the hustle is actually putting yourself out there and working as hard as you can and not making excuses as to why you can't achieve your dreams. Why I've now changed my complete opinion on the hustle is because I think a lot of people were using anti-hustle as a crutch for not actually wanting to do the work. So, when they were watching Netflix for 10 hours a day, or when they were taking 5 days off building their business and their brand to go to a music festival, I think they were using that as an excuse, saying, oh, but I'm not hustling, I don't hustle because hustling's obviously bad for you. At the end of the day, if you want to make your dreams a reality, there is no way around hard work. There is no way around putting yourself outside your comfort zone. And if you're using the anti-hustle as your excuse not to do that, then unfortunately, all you're doing is hindering your own results. But at the end of the day, the market's not going to be there saying, oh, poor baby, you weren't hustling, you know. Unless you grip onto every opportunity that you possibly can, then you're not going to be putting yourself in the league of the people who are doing that and are succeeding from it. So basically, what I just want to say is don't find another word, don't find another phenomenon to use it as an excuse not to actually put in the work. At the end of the day, just like getting fit, we all know that eating healthy and exercising is the foundation of getting fit. It's how we get fit. Working hard, putting the effort in, and putting yourself in a position to capitalize on opportunities is the way to build a successful online business. It's the way to grow a brand. It's the way to be an influencer. It's the way to do anything if you want to be successful online. So please don't get me wrong. I am not by any means perpetuating this idea that you need to be constantly working and that you should be neglecting your health. Sleep, eat, love your friends and family, spend time with your loved ones, spend time cuddling with your partner, spend time playing with your animals, spend time exercising. All of that stuff can still be done alongside hard work, okay? That's all I wanted to say about the hustle. I was wrong in the beginning. I definitely have seen more results in my business when I've been putting in more work and not saying I'm not hustling. So that's what I wanted to say about the hustle. Now, I spoke too long, so I'm not really gonna go into full detail about my idols, but I thought I might just share with you the people that do inspire me most. So, number one, I think it's obvious that I have really come around to this person. As I just said, I really did not like them in the beginning, but now that I consistently listen to them, they are probably my favorite person online, and that is Gary Vaynerchuk. I think he's extremely knowledgeable. He has a lot to teach us about taking the fluff out of strategy. I think there's a lot of, fluff going on online. I think that there's a lot of people who think that they can build their businesses with pixie dust. But Gary just reminds us that there's strategies involved, whether it is that you're growing a personal brand, whether it is that you're growing a business, there's strategies that involved. And if you want to actually succeed, then you need to implement those strategies, not just sit around posting a couple of inspirational quotes on Instagram and hoping for the best. Gary Vaynerchuk, number one. I'm reading his book currently, Ask Gary V. I think it's an incredible book. I'm actually listening to it, which is even better because he rants. Definitely get on board that one. My second is, of course, Tony Robbins. Again, I love Tony because he's so strategy based. He always talks about, he's not just sitting there going, I wish there was no weeds, I wish there was no weeds, I wish there was no weeds. He actually teaches you to go in there and pull out the weeds if you want a better life. That's obviously an analogy for the problems that are in your life. If you don't know who Tony Robbins is, definitely look up his seminars online. So there are a lot of his breakdowns of his seminars that are accessible to you online. That's a really good place to get daily motivation to actually step up and make your goals a must. And the third person that I'm going to talk about today is, of course, Marie Forleo. I love Marie Forleo. I love her approach to business, and I love the fact that she brings a silly side to entrepreneurship and YouTube. Her journey, her career, and what she's been able to accomplish is very much what I want to do myself. I definitely want to incorporate YouTube as a part of my journey, and I think the way that she has done that when nobody else is doing that in the female entrepreneurship space is definitely something to work towards. So Marie talks a lot on her YouTube channel all about business, entrepreneurship, and really just living an outstanding life and doing it as a powerful female. So if you don't follow her, the best place to find her is, of course, her YouTube channel. I will leave all of the resources about Tony, Gary, and Marie down below. But that's all I really had to say. This was like extremely random video. It was a rant / follow these people. But I hope you enjoyed it. I really hope that you got something out of it. And I would absolutely love to hear from you. What is your opinion on the hustle? I know there are going to be some of you out there who fully disagree with me, and that is absolutely fine because we're all individual and we all have our own opinions. So tell me what yours is below. I'd love to hear it. And I thank you so much for watching, everyone. I'll see you in the next video.